Dun, 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 dun. Welcome to the Ding Dong Show. All right, you went a little early. You started down a little bit early.
Sorry.
Wait until I tell you. All right, well, welcome everybody to the Ding Dong Show. Thank you for coming. Well, we've got the Ding Dong Show tonight. It's our first time ever on Desk Lot, so I want to thank Red Band, who's right here. Thank you, Red Band, one of the most powerful men in all this show business. And what's really funny, there's a very nice girl in the audience that is Jew hunting tonight, and she likes some Harry. And we're going to make that match happen in a little bit. So we got that to look forward to during the Ding Dong Show. But right now, let's bring up the entire cast of the Ding Dong Show. Over here, looking beautiful as always. Give a nice hand for Ricky Luna. This guy is schizophrenic. He is the surfer. Say hello to the schizophrenic surfer. Turn it down a little bit. You gotta read the fucking thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you would, say hello to Tidiana. Oh, this girl. She was late tonight looking for her head. Give a very nice hand for Kortney Mollè. This next girl comes all the way from a place called Tokyo, Japan. Hello, if you would, to Tanaka! Awesome, we're up to. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe I forgot him. If you would, say hello right now to a guy that comes all the way from Tennessee. If you would, say hello to Tennessee, Ernie Tuxedo. Oh, last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, she's a pro model. She's one of the producers of the show. If you would, welcome the beautiful Mary Jane. Together, we are the Ding Dong Show. Oh, thank you. And again, I would like to thank in person, there he is over there, Red Band. Let's give Red Band a nice hand for, first of all, breaking everything going up. Thank you, Red Band. You're the best. I hope you enjoyed the first show for the people that were here. And I see the Jew hunters still here. So we got to go get Ari. He's down in the one room. Okay, let's just see so we got this right. Where's the microphone? The other wireless mic.
Mary Jane.
Oh, Mary Jane has it? Okay, so you guys will talk into this. Now what we're going to do, because it is our first podcast with Death Squad, what I think we should do is kind of introduce everybody and tell you a little bit about everybody. But we've got a few people here, so instead of just being completely deadbeats, why don't we let the audience, who would you like to hear from first? We've got our entire cast here. Who would you like to hear from first? Ricky. Okay. Ricky. Ricky's looking very beautiful tonight.
Thank you, Don. It's very nice of you to say.
A little bit about Ricky, because what I had everyone in the cast do is make up a resume. So I may read some things off their resume at one point. You come all the way from San Francisco, Ricky.
That is correct.
He may be one of the dirtiest gay people I've ever met in my life, too. He will talk about things that are just upsetting, truly upsetting, and he will make a... As you can see, his outfit just makes you fucking think, what the hell happened there? Now, when you were up in San Francisco, you did a Miley...
Yeah, I performed at SF Pride for the SF Pride Festival, where I was doing a Miley Cyrus number, and at like a perfect time in the song, I peed inside of a small jar, and then I proceeded to drink my own urine, and then what I could not drink, I threw the rest on the audience, and they went wild. It was like show-stopping.
Yeah, don't ever do that here. You can do just about anything you want, but don't do that here. So we've got Ricky. Anything else you want to say about yourself, Ricky, just to kind of get it out? If you had to describe yourself, Ricky, what would you say?
If I had to describe myself, you know, I'm just a regular guy from California.
Of course.
I don't know. What would you say? What would you say about me, Don?
Well, I think the best story he ever told was the one about he didn't realize that he was going to come to the Comedy Store one night. Then he found himself at the Comedy Store. He didn't realize when he got to the Comedy Store he would meet somebody. He didn't realize that night when he came to the Comedy Store and met somebody they would end up in the back of that person's van. He didn't realize he would be, well, fucked so deep that he could smell his own shit. These are things that he talked about, and they were absolutely kind of unnerving, to say the least.
Thank you so much.
There's a few people, one person actually. You a big fan of butt slamming?
Oh, yeah!
Good for you. Okay, perfect. Well, then you've got a fan base. So how would you describe yourself?
Fantastic, fun, just a regular guy from Southern California. I grew up down here, but I spent the past 8 years in San Francisco, and boy is my asshole tired.
Okay, a lot of those jokes aren't going to be that quarterback, I should tell you that right off the bat. He went up, I gave him too much rope. This next girl, Titiana, she is the newest cast member. You can applaud Titiana for God's sake. Now, Titiana, you've always liked to dance. This is what it said in your resume. Mm-hmm. But ballet was too constricting. So what did you do? Tell people a little bit about what you've done.
I just found all the stretching and the plies to be too constricting for me. So I was like laying on the bar and like rubbing all on it.
And how did this work for you? Where did this lead you?
Oh, well, it led me to being an exotic dancer where I was welcomed with open arms and legs.
Now, one thing that I never knew before, but it said in your resume, you danced for some celebrities. You danced for Prince Harry and Rush Limbaugh.
It's true.
Is that true? Like somebody shot a through a part of a golf tournament. What did you exactly, how did that go about? Don't play with your hair there.
Sorry.
Okay.
Well, with Rush, it was very interesting because he was extremely high at the time. There was a lot of cocaine going around. And so he got really, really excited and started panting like a dog while I was on top of him. Then he lifted his leg and started peeing on me, which reminds me of Ricky's story.
Wait a minute, is this this isn't a bullshit story?
No.
Rush Limbaugh peed on you.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Why do you believe it?
He's a jerk. He's an asshole.
By the way, that's coming from someone who's hunting down a Jew tonight, so... What's that? Ladies and gentlemen, let's interrupt the opening right now. This is unbelievable to me. Ladies and gentlemen, there's someone attracted to a guy who was in the show before ours. Ladies and gentlemen, a very good friend of mine, and he doesn't agree with me when I say, in this world there's one race, the human race, but here he is. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Ari Scheifer, everybody.
I just heard you say it otherwise a lot of times, that's all.
Okay, you must have been mistaken. By the way, what is your name, lovely lady?
My name's Danny. Yeah.
Jenny?
Danny.
Danny?
I just wanted a picture.
You wanted a picture?
That's it.
Well, you're going to get the full package. How lucky are you tonight?
Stop the music, let's do this.
Well, come up and take a picture. You know what? I should get a picture of this, too. Come on. Come on, Danny. Give Danny a nice hand, everybody. Now, if you don't know, Danny was here a little earlier, and she's
What do you believe about races?
What's
What
that?
do you believe about races?
There's one race.
Which one is that?
The human race.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, I got this. Oh, look at the hug. Oh, holy smokes. Look at this way. Danny, this is for reals. Now, is this nice for you?
I'm a huge
Just
fan. I love
really?
Oh,
very nice.
What did you say?
I love skeptic.
Grab his ass.
I have 8 black fans. This is one of my 8 black fans. You hold this. What are you?
What a fucking asshole. I could tell in a second she was Brazilian.
It's tough to tell.
Oh.
I don't know what Brazilian looks like all the time.
Touch him. Oh, you motherfucker!
Okay.
Bastard! Touches Jew cock.
Andy, is that you that smells good? Is that you that smells good? She doesn't even care what I'm saying to her. Is that the you that smells good? Are you the one that smells good right now?
Grab this Jew cock.
That's probably not me.
What are you doing? Getting your phone number? Yes. Oh, are you fucking slick there?
No one else can.
Look at this. I've never seen a Ari with a woman before. We thought the longest time I was married. And look at this. Well, Titiana, I'm sorry for that interruption. We're in the middle of talking about Rush Limbaugh, and wow. And so you also got her number?
Yeah, I wish you could play "Fiddler on the Roof," that song the Matchmaker song. You could play that right now. It'd be.
If I was a rich man.
I'd rather die.
Maybe that.
I'd rather die. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's Ari Scheifer and his new friend Danny over there. Oh, what the hell was that? Red Band.
I didn't do it.
No, I know you didn't do it, but I was just wondering, have you ever seen somebody coming on to Ari before?
But I'm sorry.
Not a black girl.
He's Brazilian, for God's sake. For God's sake. By the way, did you hear when I was on his show or no?
I did.
You did not. Okay, I'll have to buy it. All right. Well, Titiana, you were a wonderful dancer, and a little bit later in the show, we will see you not only singing because you have an excellent voice. I should say one thing, and I'll move to this right now. You got in the show because of this man right here. Look at this. This is. What are you laughing for? Give that look. By the way, for the audience here, give that look right before you kill somebody. Show that look. There you go. That was very frightening. And this is Tennessee Ernie Tuxedo.
Howdy, people.
Now you've been in. They were saying Lou, I think. Yes.
I just realized something. Tennessee and Schizo are like the opposite extremes of what you'd have a serial killer standing over you as you bleed out. Like one of those two looks would be the direction. Here you go.
Schizo.
What about Ricky?
Yeah, that's Schizophrenic Surfer, everybody. Schizo, not only is he a surfer, but he's also schizophrenic, and that's the reason we call him the Schizophrenic Surfer.
Thank you.
Now, I've been told by your mother you're not allowed to smoke drugs or do any kind of drugs at all.
I don't deal with my mom. I deal with my brother.
Your brother. I don't have your brother's phone number, though.
I'll give you my brother's phone number.
Okay, we'll deal with him, but I just, tonight, for all practical purposes, no pot for you, though, okay? Okay, you're not saying anything. We're in a podcast. You're supposed to be talking regularly. We've worked this for quite some time.
I don't know what to say.
Okay, well, we'll get back to you in a second. Right now, we're in the middle of Tennessee. Now, Tennessee, you were in the movie Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie. You've been in Tim and Eric's a few times on their shows. You're a singer. You're a model. But what's weird, and this is what we talked about this a little in the last show, you also can control the weather.
Correct. This Wednesday, I went to a photo shoot. Well, before, I had another appointment early in the morning, and I had looked at the internet. There was no reports for rain whatsoever early Wednesday morning.
Right. I looked at myself, so I
looked at the clouds as I was going to this earlier appointment in the photo shoot, and I saw like hundreds of little bitty clouds with dark spots in it. And I knew those dark spots had a lot of moisture.
Oh, wait a second, hold on. I thought you could control the weather. When you see dark clouds, it's a pretty good guess that it's going to rain.
Yeah, just little tiny ones though.
But is that what you do? You can't control the weather.
Yes, I control it, but I have to look and see what I'm doing before I control it. And I could see that there was definitely a lot of rain up there. It was just no reason why it shouldn't rain. So I remembered at this photo shoot, we had just finished America's Greatest Show, which Titiana's in it. And I I had brought watermelons there, and it was in the summertime, and we were just burning to death. We were like burning to death. And I was feeding these guys these watermelons. So I knew when I went to this photo remake that they would just eat up this watermelon, and I'd have a chance to shoot the rain in, and I did it.
Okay, first there may be some questions. Is there anybody with a question for Tennessee? Because he has set the world on fire. Okay, there's no questions. I thought there might be, but not tonight. Okay, you know what? You're an exotic dancer too. You're a model, and you're a producer, you're a writer, you're an actor, you're a director, you're a singer, you're a dancer, you're a comic, and you've been known to represent people, so you're an agent too.
Multi-talented. I've been in some SAG agents' offices, and they offered me to run around for them to try and collect people.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll get to maybe more of your stories in a minute. That's Tennessee Ernie Tuxedo. Now, right beside you, this is Kortney. Now, Kortney, you're one of the new cast members too.
Yeah.
And actually, the way that you kind of got in here, because you got a chance to make a movie with Tennessee.
Yeah.
Well, it was a cooking video.
Well, originally it started as a photo shoot. He was going to help me take some headshots, some really interesting backgrounds, angles.
Is that what he said? Now, how did he approach you, just out of curiosity? You're here at the Comedy Store?
Yeah. I went to the Ding Dong show for the first time, and then...
And like a magnet on a refrigerator, he was right on there.
He was actually sitting, like, legs out on the table, like...
Yeah!
Okay, so it was kind of a sexy thing.
I mean, to some people, yeah.
Okay, so your first thought?
My first thought was like, this guy's got a weird vibe about him. Let's investigate.
All right, so when you came over, so now you come over. What were you thinking at the time?
I've definitely got a weird attitude.
Okay, so now who approaches who?
He like kind of waved me over, and then Ricky introduced us for the first time.
Ricky, you were part of this.
Yeah.
Yes, I was.
He really wanted me to meet Tennessee.
Okay, and why did you really want her to meet Tennessee?
Because they seemed like they would get along very famously. When I saw both of them, they just both have an impeccable style. They're both very attractive.
Were you mad at Kortney for any reason at this time?
No, not at all. How can I be mad at such a wonderful person?
Okay, so now he says to you what that got you in his apartment?
He just gave me his card and was like, I'd love to take some pictures of you and teach you how to play pool sometime.
Whoa, that's a line you don't usually get the double dose, but there you go. Are you a good pool player?
No,
Did you want to learn?
I do want to learn.
Okay.
I do want to learn.
So did you call him or did he call you?
He called me. Well, first, actually, I think I called him first because I didn't give him my number.
Whoa, that's crazy. And you left a number and he called you back, or did you get him on the phone?
I got him on the phone right away.
And did he seem excited? Were you excited that she called?
Definitely. She's got a beautiful face and very photographed.
You've actually written her love letters.
Yes, she asked me one night to write her a love letter. I think some of her friends prodded her. Is that true?
No, I was like, I need to see this guy's love letters.
And when's the last time he gave you a love letter?
Like 2 weeks ago. I sent it every week and he's been ignoring me.
I've got one back there. I was ready over that.
Well, go get it. Go get it real quick while we're finding out more about her. So now, how did he approach you about coming to his house in downtown Los Angeles to take photos?
He was just very adamant about it. Kept calling me, and I just kept like having other shit happen that was, a priority. And then eventually I was like, all right, let's do this. And then I made Ricky go with me, and then he left like 10 minutes later.
I had to go to work. I'm sorry. I had to go to work.
Okay.
I needed to make that money.
All right, so now you're there. Was there any fear at all?
No, because I carry a knife.
Oh, okay, and then you've got the knife with you here right now.
Always, everyone, always.
Well, that's a good thought. Well, you know what? Just to get this, so you took the photo session. Has anything been done? And not only did you have a photo session, that I understand that you got a chance not only to be the model, but then you got a chance to get behind the camera and take some pictures of
Yeah,
him.
I was not ready for that. That was like a shock. I was like, oh, totally. You take pictures of me, I take pictures of you, and he gave me very good direction.
Just a second. Can I just interrupt? Lainey, we're trying to fucking do a podcast. Shut the fuck up, please, if you could. A little lower, for God's sake. All I hear is your voice. All right, well, anyway, that's quite a story, and you know what? When I saw that you were willing to work with Tennessee that close, with no security, I thought, you have to be part of this show. Now, if you would, he has written you a love letter, and if you want, before we find out, maybe we could have you read that love letter.
Yeah, well, you
Now,
just-
what do you think? Should I have her read it, or should I have him read it?
Oh, Kortney. Alternate. Kortney.
Okay, because of the fact Danny's in love right now, do you want her to read it, or do you want him to read it?
Her.
Him? Okay. Let's have him read it. All right, ready? Okay, that's really scary. What is that? What is that?
That's what I did on Tim and Eric. It was my lead-in.
Okay, that's pretty creepy. All right, continue on.
I wanted to write you yesterday, but I got a call from a job out at the beach photographing lovebirds singing to each other in the national park area that touches the beach. This is a beautiful park there, and the rangers have fixed it up in part for a bird sanctuary. Soon I want to take you there for a picnic. After photographing the lovebirds making out, and I'm excited about my relationship with you, I'm getting ideas on how to improve our love affair. For instance, if I called you at first light each morning like these lovebirds do, that I'm photographing, would you be able to remember me through the hard surface of the rest of the day's activities? Or when I'm taking a shower, like the lovebirds are doing at the bird bath, and I started singing to you, would you be able to hear my love mate call and come to me in a creamy dream? Like the call of the wild.
You should keep this for evidence in case down the line, okay? There you go, Tennessee Ernie Tuxedo with a beautiful love letter. Thank you, Tennessee. Thank you, Kortney. Well, you know what? We have a little bit of a spice here in the Ding Dong Show because it's kind of international, because also in the show we have a girl that doesn't come from here. She comes from the land of the rising sun. If you would, from Tokyo, Japan, say hello to Aiko Tanaka! Are you going to talk into the mic? Hello, Aiko.
Yeah. Hi.
Is this mic on?
Yes.
Okay, so you can be heard.
This always happened to me.
What? That you're cut
Always
out?
not working, yeah.
Now, I read your resume and I found out some very, very, very interesting things. You are from Tokyo, and growing up,
Yeah.
this was the highlight of your resume, I thought.
Yeah.
You hated rice.
I did, yeah.
Is that what you normally put in a resume, that you hate rice?
I don't know, I wanted to share.
Oh, well, I'm glad you did, because that's the first thing they brought up. You moved to Boston, and you were in a movie. I did not know you were in a movie. Tell them the name of the movie you're in.
The Fast and Furious.
What did you play in there?
The starter girl. One line.
How'd that go?
I still fuck up.
Good, okay. Were they happy about that?
Huh?
Were they happy about that?
No, director was shocked. They have to do ADR, like voiceover.
So they brought you there, and then later on,
I just supposed to say ready, set, go. And I fuck up. So they have to do second take on that set.
How did you fuck that up?
I don't know, I lost my voice that day and it didn't come out. So I had this like tranny voice, and then supposed to be really hot chick. So they're like upset with me.
Well, that's good.
I also did My Wife and Kids. I had one line, I fuck up.
So you got a string of just fucking up every time you get a
All the
job.
time, yeah.
Well, you've done a great job here at the Ding Dong Show, that's for sure. So,
Thank you.
what else? If you had to tell people a little bit about Aiko, what's something interesting about Aiko Tanaka?
Yeah.
Something. What would you tell people if you wanted people to know a little bit about you?
I have a short cock.
She has a short cock, she says. Yeah, see, everybody here likes that.
It's thick,
What do you mean?
like a tuna can.
Oh, so it's short and really thick. There you go. Okay, well, that's a nice hand for Aiko's short, thick cock, everybody. And sitting right next to you, one of the producers of the Ding Dong Show, welcome a girl that's like, she's a very, very big fetish model. She's helped me not only produce this show, but also the Big Three podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mary Jane. Now, Mary Jane, I see all this stuff about, and say hello to everybody first of all.
Hello.
I thought that was pretty nice. Give her a nice hand. Give her a real nice hand. Let me ask you this. Pretend for 1 second that this audience and the listening audience out there couldn't understand a word of English, and the only language they understood was Espanol. How would you say hello in Spanish?
Aloha.
I think that's close enough, and I think she deserves a round of applause. Now, I know this for a fact, and this is something you're really big into the marijuana, aren't you?
Yes, it really should be federally legalized already.
Well, we didn't want to get into a political conversation. I just wanted you. Would people know you from that?
Well, if they had a subscription to High Times, like before it went all on the internet, like my
So they know you from High Times. What else? Okay, you obviously you've been
and
on.
my candy bar, that made me really popular, but not anymore because the feds took it away.
Oh, that's right. You had a Mary Jane bar where your picture was on it. It was like one of the best-selling weed candy bars there was. What? Right? Bliss put that out.
Yes, everybody recognized me more from that than a bunch of years of acting and photos and other stuff. But the candy bar, people said hi all over the place.
Well, that's really special. And did you say hi back to them?
Uh-huh.
That's very cute. That's adorable. And last but not least, the last guy I'd like to talk about is a guy who I've got to talk to his brother in a little while. I don't know why I have to talk with his brother when I had his mother on the line. Your mother...
I'm not a little boy, Don. I'm not Mama's little boy. Me and my brother have been getting high since I was 10 years old.
Oh my God.
Okay, so here's the deal. So what you want me to do, after your mother told me if you started to get high to call her, you're saying that I shouldn't call her and it's cool to call your brother, who you've been getting high with forever.
Don, think about it. I'm like you, Don. I'm like you. We like to get high. We like to party and mingle. I've been partying and mingling in Hollywood since 1982. 82.
Well, what if I told you that from now on, here's the new rule. To be part of the Ding Dong Show, you are not allowed to smoke pot.
That's not fair, Don. You get to Mary Jane. Aiko gets to do her heroin. Kortney gets to party. Everybody else gets to party. Why do I get singled out?
Because no one else's mother has gotten in touch with me.
And can I say, when you first came to the Ding Dong Show 5 years ago, the first thing you said on stage was you were organically schizophrenic and sober for 6 years. That's why this is an issue.
I was not sober for 6 years.
That's
You were
what you
cheating during
said?
that time?
I really don't know whether I was telling the truth when I said that. I may be a little bit.
Well, here, let me help you. You said you were sober for 6 years, and now you say you weren't. So I would guess you probably were lying.
I don't think I was. I think I was a little bit shy from the truth when I said that.
Okay, well, you know what you love doing. You are 51 or 50 years old.
I'm 51 years old.
And you claim to be a surfer and a rock star. Your goal is...
I'm an action sportsman, and I'm a performing artist.
Okay, that's the best. Is that on your baseball card that you have that on there?
No, that's on my resume.
All right. Music is your religion is a quote of yours.
Rock, like Ozzy Osbourne, rock and roll is my religion.
One thing that I was looking up in your resume, and I found this amazing, and we'll kind of end it with this. Under education, you got an honor from Caltech. Now, you didn't go to the school, you just partied there a lot. People from Caltech, they said you were pretty smart.
I partied with a mathematics professor from Caltech, and I did used to hang out and drink kegs back in the back parking lot of Caltech.
You drank kegs?
Yeah, we used to take kegs and go in the back parking lot by the track and the tennis courts at Caltech. And I also used to party with people at USC and Polytechnic in San Luis Obispo.
Okay, it just was strange that you put that on your resume.
Party with Sandusky?
What was that?
Did you party with Sandusky, you piece of shit?
Okay, not everyone is like up here.
I partied with people from USC, Caltech, and Polytechnic.
How about Sandusky? Get to the question.
PCC and Polyquesta and
PCC?
Okay,
Pasadena City College.
okay, it seems like they want to know one thing. Did you party with Sandusky? I don't believe you did.
Who is Sandusky?
How many Amber Alerts have you been on?
Okay, again, a lot of tough questions. All right, here's a quick quiz. All right, look, everybody here. We'll just play with the audience here. Somebody here on this panel right here is related to Benjamin Franklin. Which person?
Aiko.
A real good guess, but it was not Aiko, was it?
No.
Okay. Any other guesses? Wouldn't it be great if it was Ricky Wilbur?
Kortney
He's got
Mollè.
fake teeth!
He has fake teeth. Is that true?
No, it's not true. I was just doing that because I thought it would be funny. Yeah. Okay. No, I have these are my real teeth.
You look really good tonight, can I just tell you that?
Thanks.
I don't know what the fuck you are. Well, listen, is there anything else anybody wants to say before we go? Because what we're going to be doing here with Death Squad is we just will record the beginning of our show, and then if you want to see the show, you have to come down here to the Comedy Store. So before we go, is there anything else? Mary Jane, you want to say anything?
I'm very excited because there's a new thing I'm doing tonight live on stage here in a minute.
Oh, that's right. You and Aiko were singing a song.
Yeah.
Well, that was good, both of you guys. Anything you want to say before we go?
I
Tennessee.
would say, watch that lightning, boy.
I don't even know why, but it's like everything you say is really creepy. Kortney.
Make out. I think
Hey,
everyone
words to
should
live
make
by.
out more.
Words to live by. Tidiana. By the way, I didn't mention this. You've done. I didn't realize this. You actually did some. You did some adult films.
I did.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You want to give a title for some of the people out there?
Absolutely. Look for me in Sluts from Mars, Tunnel Sluts.
Woo!
Wow. There you go. Sluts from Mars and Tunnel Sluts.
Wait.
Question right over there. Yes.
Do you know she's also
You know, Tidiana is also a UCLA grad.
Did you graduate from UCLA?
I did.
Wow. What did you graduate?
Schizo!
I never partied with Schizo.
Well, you missed out. You missed part of the college.
I sure did.
All right. So, Schizo, anything you want to say before we go? Before I call your mom?
Mark and Greg Hedges, historic Rastafari surfing safari, surfing California bros, Brazzies.
What the fuck did you just say? And is that something you rehearsed?
No.
Oh, we heard you. You just made that up on the fly.
No, that's what we've done since 1972.
Alrighty. That was the Schizophrenic Surfer. Ricky, anything you want to say before we go?
Just that this is such a wonderful crowd and a wonderful group of
Oh,
people.
shut the hell up. I would like to thank, and I really mean this from the bottom of my heart. Yes.
You forgot to ask me if I have a word.
What's that?
You forgot to ask me if I have something to say.
I didn't. Oh, that's
Just
right.
ask me again.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought when you said yeah, that's all you wanted to say when you agreed that we were doing a song with you. What else would you like to say?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Oh, okay, good. I really would. Where's Red Band? Because I really would like to thank Red Band. Thank you very much for bringing this. Thank you for bringing Death Squad to the Comedy Store. I think it's going to help this club an awful lot. I saw what it did over for the Ice House. Thank you, Red Band, for helping us out with the Ding Dong Show. You are the best. Give Red Band a hand. Thank you. I'm Don Barris, and this is the Ding Dong portion of the podcast. Play some fucking music is what he's trying to say. All right, while he's waiting. By the way, working the music tonight, all I had to do was one fucking thing.
Just play.
And he plays the thing from I Love Lucy. Well, thank you very much. Red Band.
See you guys.
Good night. Okay, people, if you want to stick around, we're going to put on the show portion of this. Stick around. We'll be ready in like 5 minutes. Thanks for cutting me off.
Oh shit! Oh, come on, surfer! You
Come on, guys. Schizo.
I'm sorry.
Why'd you go that way?
I was following Ricky.
Well,
Just keep an eye on Schizo because he
All right,
needs
come
to
on,
be
guys,
told
help with
exactly
this.
what to do if he's stuck.
You want me to take out the mics? You want me to take out the mics?
I'm sorry, Mary Jane.
Get away from
So-
that equipment and he'll say ask for help.
How do we get it back so we can play on this thing?
do you want to use the same mic? You can use these mics if you want to.
We can just move everything on the side.
This won't record now, but in the future.